What's going on, guys? Matthew Muniz here. Welcome back to the channel. Before we do anything, I just want to say, give yourselves a pat on the back if you are a current Tesla holder. If at any point you have bought Tesla in your life and didn't panic sell back in February, then you have currently made some money and you're doing well. So, awesome. Now, if you couldn't tell by the title, today's video is going to be about Tesla. It's going to be about Tesla stock, what happened in the past week, and why it's going up so much. We're going to talk about, is it the time to invest in it? And of course, as with all of my videos, we're going to talk about my personal strategy with this specific stock. Now, before we go into the video, we do have to give a disclaimer. One, I am not a financial advisor. This is not advice. This is just my opinion. And it's up to you guys to do your own research and determine what you should do. Two, I actually do own Tesla stock. Not a lot, because I don't have that much money. But if you decide to buy Tesla stock and the price continues to go up, I do benefit from that. So do you, but yeah. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the video and talk about the news. So if you haven't been watching the news, or maybe you live under a rock, or you're just not that into finance, Tesla just joined the $1 trillion market cap club. So what is market cap? Well, if you don't know, market cap is just the total number of shares multiplied by the value of the shares to give an overall valuation of the company. There's not many companies that are in the $1 trillion club. You have your Google, your Microsoft, your Apple, Amazon. Facebook used to be on there, but they are no longer on there. But now Tesla just joined this group. So what caused Tesla to go up so much? Well, on Monday, they had a 12.6% increase, which was the largest in a very long time. I think actually in the history of the stock for one day. And all last week and even today, the stock continues to rise. So what caused the stock to rise so much? Well, there's been a little bit of news. We're going to go over the three things that are causing this. So the first catalyst for Tesla last week was actually the third quarter earnings. Normally with earnings, you actually see a little bit of dip in the stock, even if it's really well, but all year, Tesla's been crushing their earnings, exceeding expectations, and the third quarter earnings was nothing different. Now, I could go into the income statement and go into the revenues and the margins and all that kind of stuff. I actually do that for work. My job deals with a lot of analyzing income statements, but my YouTube channel is not really about that. And I also don't really like investing in individual stocks, which I'll tell you about later when I talk about my personal Tesla strategy. So we're going to go on to the next piece of information. Now, the even bigger piece of news was the $4.2 billion investment that Hertz made in Tesla. Hertz now has a goal to have 100,000 Tesla vehicles purchased in 2022, and they want to turn their rental fleet into 20% electric vehicles. Now, on top of just the Teslas, they're also going to invest in infrastructure, so charging stations, stuff like that, but there's not too much information on that. However, there's a ton of advertising and marketing now through Hertz for Tesla cars. Now this is huge because Tesla actually doesn't do marketing and advertising on TV and stuff like that. Now they actually have ads. They have a commercial where you got Tom Brady, you got Hertz, you got Tesla, all working together. So moving forward, you're going to see a lot more advertising for Tesla's new products and the fact that you're just going to be able to rent Teslas moving forward. So now what's more important than the actual 100,000 vehicle purchase is the opportunity that this creates. So up until now, the only way to rent a Tesla was through third parties, an app like Toro. My wife and I did that when we were in Tampa on vacation. Great experience. However, not quite as convenient as going to a rental company like Hertz. Now, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, you're going to be able to go to Hertz, pick up a Tesla, and test drive a car that you may end up purchasing in the future. After you do your test drive, you may realize, wow, I really love this car. I'm going to buy it. Or you could hate it, but I highly doubt it. I've driven a few Teslas and they are just absolutely spectacular. It's crazy the amount of technology that they have. And the last bit of news that's causing an uptick in the stock, I believe, is the fact that they're increasing prices. Now, to the consumer, this may be seen as a negative thing. However, Tesla is, of course, a business. They need to increase their profitability. And one thing that they struggled with in the past was their overall margin. But their margin has been significantly improving year over year, and especially this year. With these price increases, they're keeping their supply costs around the same. So all this is going to do is increase their overall margin. So you may think, oh, well, then demand is going to go down. Well, that could happen, yes. But demand is so high for Teslas right now. If you want to get the base model, which, as you saw above, was $42,000, you have to wait until September of next year to receive delivery. Now, that is almost 1 year away since we're in October right now. That is crazy. So demand is clearly not an issue. If they're able to increase profitability, then I think that's the correct move to make. So with all that positive news, do I think that the current growth is sustainable? In all honesty, no. No, I don't think it's going to continue to grow at a rate of 2,500% over 5 years. Even over 1 year, do I think it's going to go up 150% again? Probably not. It could happen. There's opportunity there, but I don't believe that that will be the case. However, I think for a long-term buy and hold, I do think Tesla is a solid option. I don't consider them just a car company. I do consider them a tech company because they do invest in other aspects of their business. So as I always say, past results do not guarantee future results. And for this stock in particular, I would heavily weigh my decisions on that specifically. So what is my personal strategy for Tesla? Well, I don't really like to invest in individual stocks, but I actually do own Tesla stock and I do dollar cost average in. I don't really talk about it much because it doesn't fit my personal brokerage account strategy. However, I do have a separate strategy just for Tesla. And what that is back in March, I sold my car. I had a very nice Lexus. It was pretty expensive, cost a lot for insurance. My wife and I, we already have 2 cars. We have a company car and her car. It didn't make sense for us to have an extra car just for date night. We just weren't using it that much. So I'm taking my excess cash from that and I'm putting it into Tesla stock. I've been doing it on a monthly basis, dollar cost average it in, just like I treat all my investments. And in the beginning, it was going down and it sucked, but now it's going up and it's great. My original strategy was either sell when I absolutely need another car or sell when I hit 30% growth. Now, I wasn't expecting 30% growth so fast. We're 7 or 8 months in and we've already surpassed that by double, actually triple what I was expecting. So now I kind of want to sell. I'm not going to because I don't want to realize the short-term capital gains. When it comes time for me to sell, I want to pay long-term capital gains. So I am going to continue holding and I'm going to continue dollar cost averaging because I'm not ready to buy a new car yet. However, it is hard because I'm not really that big of a risk taker. And when I see green, I want to realize those gains. I want to capitalize on that. But I'm going to continue holding. And worst case scenario, if Tesla does absolutely horrible next year and I need a new car or in 5 years, then I guess I'll buy a Kia. And if it does really well and continues growing, then maybe I'll buy myself a really nice Tesla. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, my personal strategy, no, I'm not going all in. I'm just going to continue doing exactly what I've been doing, which is putting in a set monthly amount. It's not much, but whatever happens, happens. We don't need this money right now. And when the time comes, if we do need it, then we'll cash out. But we're definitely not going to cash out right now, even though I do believe there's going to be a correction coming up in the near future. So if you found today's video helpful or interesting, or you learned something new about Tesla, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We do weekly videos every single Thursday. We just passed 500 subscribers, which I'm super excited about. So thank you all so much. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.